Hey everybody, it's Dr. Green, the Road Scholar coming back at you. Thought I'd do a little quick video because last one I talked about I was going to give up my authority, and I had most people say they were sorry and everything, but here's the thing: don't feel sorry. It's not like I'm in trouble or anything. That's not the situation. The situation is that I looked at the finances, looked at the amount of money I was supposed to be making or should be making, looked at how much it was costing me. It just does not make sense at this particular time to have my own authority. Rates have even dropped down further than they did whenever I first started a few months ago. The runs have gotten tighter, less runs making it out. And of course, we're having more and more brokers go out of business. Brokers that actually work with new authorities are going out of business. So instead of constantly making that battle where, and yes, some people say, like I had one guy on here and he no disrespect intended, I'm sure from him, but he's like, you're giving up this quick. I'm a businessman, okay? To say that first and foremost. So I look at this and go, if it doesn't make sense for me to put in the amount of work I'm making and for the amount of money I'm making, then why would I continue doing it? So yes, I have went and leased my truck on with an intermodal company in Dallas. That is what I will start doing. Are they getting any more business than we are? No, they are not. Let me say that from get-go, that it is slow everywhere. Rates are low everywhere. But at least if I'm going to be stuck somewhere or not working or refusing to work because rates are low, at least I'll be at home. So that's a good thing on that. I'd rather be at home. I have other businesses that most of you know about. I help with financial planning and things like that. So that's what I want to be doing. I'm going to be working in my truck when I can, but I'm not going to sit here and worry at nighttime. Will my dispatch be there? Will the broker go out of business and me not get paid, which hasn't happened to me, luckily. Do I have to give up my money in order to get paid right away to keep that from happening? Is my insurance, all my bills on time? Am I going to be able to pay this bill with this amount of money that I'm making? Do I have to sit here and stress? Do I wait till the last minute to book a load so I get a better rate? Or do I go ahead and book it at a lower rate so I know I got to wait home? There's a whole lot of things in that just, to be honest with you, it's just not, for the amount of money they're paying, just not worth it. Honestly, just not. So I will not be doing my own authority anymore, canceling that. Like I said, I've leased my truck onto a intermodal company in Dallas. Depending on, I don't want to say their name or anything because I haven't asked their permission to do so. So I won't be doing that until, if they tell me, and once I figure out how things are going. But it's slow everywhere, people. It really is. So that's some things that we have to take into consideration. We have just way too... That's what upsets me about whenever you listen to these government officials and everything, or I hate to say be political about the Biden administration talking about we need more drivers and everything. We don't. If you go out here and ask any trucking company or any truck driver, they will tell you at this point, we do not need drivers. Now you can go listen to some new truck driver who just got talked into spending, $10,000 to go to trucking school, and he learned in the trucking school, because in the trucking school, of course, they're going to tell you, yes, we need new drivers because you're going to pay them $10,000 to get your CDL. Then they're going to come out here and realize we don't. But if you talk to anyone that's been in the business for 6 months or more, they will tell you straight up, we don't need any new drivers. You got big companies out here like right now, looks like you got little bags on them, that's a shadow effect. But anyway, you got big companies out here right now that are literally, when they are done, when someone quitting, they are literally parking the trucks on their back fences. They're not hiring new drivers. Now, are there other companies out here hiring drivers? Yes, there will always be that. But I'm talking about some of the big companies like J.B. Hunt now has started slowing down on their hiring and other things. So you got to take all that into consideration when you're thinking about getting into this business. But so a lot of these guys who said I should not give up my authority and everything, I tell you what, you run out there for $1,200, $1,500 a week and do all the work that's considered with paperwork and everything else, and worry about your authority and all that, and worry about how you're going to get runs. And if you think all that is worth getting paid $1,200 to $1,500 a week for, then by all means, go get your authority. I do not. I can make that much money as a company driver. Will I make that much money here? I don't know. I haven't really started running here yet. But if I do, I'll be sure to let you know. I don't really care. At this point, I'm looking at this as at first, the financial planning was my side hustle, and my wife's print business was a side hustle, but now those have become the main money makers, and trucking has become the side hustle for me. So at this point, if I'm off, then I'm off, and I don't work today, it's not going to bother me. It gives me more time to concentrate on the other two businesses, which I really should have done a lot sooner than this. But if not, then I will continue working with this. If they have runs, of course, I'll be out here to make the runs and everything. But I'm not going to sit out here and stress for the amount of money I was making and spend time away from home and try to do all. At my age, it's really honestly not worth it. I'd much rather pay some company like this company. I think and I'll get the exact numbers for you later, but I think this company takes like 18% and they handle all the insurance and all the billing and all the booking, and they got dispatchers to log everything. And to me, at this point, if all I'm taking home is $1,500, doing it all on my own anyway, and I can make, or I give up the 18% and let them handle that, that's what I'm going to do. It just makes more sense. At first, my original plan was to open my own company, buy a few more trucks, put drivers to work. To be honest with you, even if I owned the trucks outright, I could not afford to put a truck driver in it. I mean, it's not worth it right now. Maybe when the industry goes up and the rates go back up, and we got more runs, and some of these people will get out of the business and go, to the wayside. And a lot of people say, I can't believe you're wishing people will go to the wayside. I'm not wishing it, but it's going to happen. Is my company out of business? Yes. Did I transfer over to another company? Yes. But my truck is owned and paid for. If you're making payments on a truck in this market and you're out here trying to run and everything, good luck, Scooter. I wish you the best. I really do. But there's going to be a lot of them that are going to leave. We just can't afford to keep staying at this rate. I mean, even me as a guy who owns a truck and leasing on with someone else, luckily I own my truck. But there's no way I can make a living doing this, right? Even if I even own my truck and everything, if this was my only way of bringing in income, there's no way I can make a living at doing this. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm going to get on here and address, because some people had questions about, thinking I was just giving up and everything. I'm not giving up on trucking. I'm just giving up on my business temporarily, and that's just good business sense. And doing what I'm doing is I would rather cut my losses. Or see, here's the thing. I never really went into a loss situation. I went down below the amount of money I expected to make and the amount of money that it makes sense to do all that work for. So at that point, then, I'm going to cut my losses, stop right here. If I'm going to make the same amount of money driving with someone else and everything, and not have to worry about all the rules and everything, that's and billing and payroll and all that, that's what I want to do. That's business sense. You got some drivers out here talking about, you need to struggle through it. I don't want to work to struggle. I don't do that. If I start struggling, it's time for me to go. It's like the reason I left Dart. I started struggling. It was time for me to go. So that's the way I look at it. I'm very much like peace. I like tranquility. I like not having to worry or stress, and I'm not going to at my age. I'm just not doing that anymore. So anyway, guys, y'all have a great one. Leave some comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.